Fostoria Glass was founded in 1887 in Fostoria, Ohio. Then it moved to Moundsville, West Virginia in 1891. Fostoria Glass Company was a premier American manufacturer of high-quality crystal and colored glassware for nearly a century. The American or Cubist pattern was introduced in 1915, and it was their most popular pattern. Fostoria produced over 1,000 different patterns and was used by the White House with orders placed from Eisenhower through Reagan. After Fostoria Glass Company permanently closed in 1986, several companies continued making the patterns because they had bought the molds from Fostoria, although the quality was not as good. Hi everyone, Marlene here with Buffalo Check Chicks. It has been quite a while since I've been on, and I wanted to share my Fostoria with you, and I have quite a bit here. So I think this is going to be at least a 2-part series, because I don't want to just, spend an hour on Fostoria. Let's break it up. I don't like things to be too long. So what I have are, well, first of all, I started collecting Fostoria when I first saw my friend Chit Chat with Granny Patricia. And if you have not subscribed to her channel, oh my goodness, you're missing out. So I will put a link to her channel in my description box. Well, she did a couple shows on Fostoria, and I fell in love with it just by watching hers. And actually, I think Granny Pat sent me my first little box of Fostoria and got me started. So that's how I got started, and that was about 3 years ago. And I have been collecting Fostoria. I wouldn't say avidly. I'm not going out every day and looking for it. But every time I go to a Goodwill store or a thrift store, an antique store, I do look to see if I can find a piece. And here on the west side of the United States, I'm in Arizona, I think Fostoria glass is much harder to find than being on the East Coast, because Fostoria started back on the East Coast. So I think there's more available, maybe. But let me show you what I have purchased. I have purchased on eBay, and I've done quite a bit of that lately. I just kind of want to finish up my collection. I'll never be finished up because I love it so much. But I have bought quite a few pieces on eBay recently. And then every time I go to the Goodwill or any thrift or antique store, I do look for it. So in 3 years, once I gathered up all my Fostoria throughout my different china cabinets in the house, I put it all out on the kitchen table. I was amazed to see what I had. I couldn't believe that I had that much. So, okay, let me stop talking and start showing you what I got. All right, so I'm going to start easy with this. And this is just a Fostoria creamer. And I wanted to show you this. Isn't that a cute little creamer? Now, can you tell the difference? This is not Fostoria. It looks like it. It's the Cubist design around the top and the little squares like this one. But this is Fostoria because, and I've got these little papers in here telling me what they are. I can tell by the handle. The handle starts right at the very top and it's rounded. So this is vintage Fostoria. Now this one here is just as pretty. It doesn't have a lot of weight to it, like this one's heavy. This is Whitehall. And I know that because the handle is not round. It has more of a point to it. And the handle starts beneath the rim. See where this one is almost at the top of the rim. Now, when I first bought this, I thought for sure it was Fostoria, but it's not. I still love it, and I'm still going to use it, but this is Whitehall. And this is, you tell me, what do you think, Fostoria or Whitehall? This is Whitehall. You can tell by the handle, it's more of a point compared to that. And these two are a match. And I bought these together thinking they were Fostoria. Let me get a sip of my water. So it is hot here in Arizona. I know the whole countryside is freezing, especially you on the East Coast. And here we're going to hit 92 at the end of this week. I'm not kidding you. And that's unusual for us because February is usually pretty cold. All right, so let me go to my next. This is a beautiful, got anything in there? No. Picture. Now look close. What do you think? And this picture, this is 3 times as heavy as that picture. This is Fostoria. And it has the ice lip on it, so it'll catch the ice cubes so they don't, plop out. And it's beautiful. I love this piece. And I love this piece, even though it's Whitehall. But you can tell the difference. Now, what's funny is I know for sure this is Fostoria. I know for sure that this is Whitehall. But when I Google this, there's that little thing you can take picture of it and Google it, and it'll tell you what it is. It's still telling me it's Fostoria. 4, 5, 6, even AI came on saying, this is vintage Fostoria. And then it started saying, no, this is Whitehall. And that's why. Still beautiful. And I will use it. But this is not Fostoria. And again, this one is. It is twice as heavy. The handle is rounded and starts all the way up here at the rim. I was really tickled when I found this piece, and I believe I found this at Goodwill a few years ago. All right, so now I want to show you, recently I found this on eBay. And I have to say, almost everything I have bid on eBay recently has won. And Fostoria is real crystal for one thing, because you're saying, oh, this is, like pressed glass. And it is, see? But it is still crystal. They have a very unique system. It is fired, so it comes out really smooth. It is handmade, not machine made. And this I found recently on eBay as a butter dish, and I didn't have it. And butter dishes are kind of hard for me to find because usually the top or the bottom is missing or broken. And I ended up getting 2 of these on eBay for $9.99 for the both of them. And a little later, I'm going to tell you how you can find some good buys on eBay. So I love this. So I have 2 of these. And they're actually, this has a little scratch here, but I don't care. You know, it's old, but it is actually in pretty good condition for a butter dish. Okay, so now I want to show you some of the stemware that I have gathered. I think I have 4 pieces over here, maybe 5. All right, so let me show you these. Okay, so this is Fostoria. It's like a hexagon base. Let me just scoot this over so you can see it. And it's a small wine glass. Very pretty. I only have 4 of these, and these are some that Granny Pat sent to me. Hi! And I hope she's watching. And she sent these to me, and I'd like to find 2 more, so I might have to go back on eBay to find them. But they're gorgeous. Now this here is Fostoria. Not pretty. This is, you can use it for water, you can use it for iced tea goblet, and it's just beautiful. I'm not sure what size this is. They have so many different sizes in Fostoria, but I love these, and I use them all the time. And that's what's nice about Fostoria. You can use them as everyday dishes because they're so durable, they are. Or you can put a beautiful tablecloth on the table and use them as formal dishes. Okay, so that is Fostoria. Now this one, take my little tag out for my homework. It looks like Fostoria, but you notice there's about a 1/2 inch difference in height, and there's different shapes. This is more of a straight side edge, whatever, straight, where the Fostoria kind of, curves in, more narrow at the base of it. And this one isn't. Well, this is Whitehall. When I bought it and I first started out, I thought it was Fostoria. I only have 1 of these, but I still love it. I don't care if it's Whitehall. I love Whitehall too. So Whitehall, you tell the difference. Fostoria. Okay, I have 2 more. This is another Fostoria. It's a smaller size. Maybe this would be considered a juice glass. It's fairly small. It's beautiful. I only have 1 of these. I would like to get some more. And I think it's gorgeous. And then this one. How tiny this one is. Well, look at it. This is not Fostoria, and it's not Whitehall. This is a different pattern altogether. And when I bought this, when I was first buying, I thought it was a little Fostoria or something. I probably picked it up for like 99 cents. And I think it would make a really cute toothpick holder. But this is more of a diamond pattern. I don't even know who makes this. But it's pretty, so I bought it. But it is not Fostoria. All right, let me make a little room, and I'm going to clear things over to the other side of the table. I want to show you another recent eBay find. I wanted Fostoria dinner plates and salad plates because I love doing table settings. And so I went on eBay and I bid for these, and I got 6 of these beautiful dinner plates. Fostoria dinner plates are approximately 9.5 inches, a lot smaller than the dinner plates that we have today. But back in this time, say in the 50s or even 60s, we had smaller plates. Now, I think these are absolutely gorgeous, and I did manage to get 6 of them, and I bid $7 for 6 plates. I believe the shipping was about $8, and what a great deal that was. I was so tickled to get these. So this is the Fostoria dinner plate, and these are all in the Fostoria American pattern, which is also known as the Cubist pattern, and it was their most popular pattern. Now, what I love about these plates is if you put something behind it, that's probably not good to show you because it's not solid. Let me find a charger. Well, there went the charger. Look at the gorgeousness of this plate now. You put a red charger, pink, a yellow, any colors, and these plates just pop. And they're just beautiful. And that's what I mean is you can dress these up or dress them down. And that's a pale pink. How pretty that would be for Easter or Mother's Day. And then, well, I was going to try to find a gold plate, but I have some really pretty gold chargers, and that would just set the table off for fall or Christmas dinner, New Year's Eve. And that's what I love about Fostoria. You can display them to have a more formal look or a casual, everyday kind of look. So those are the dinner plates. And then I ended up getting 7. And this was from a different bid, also eBay, a different vendor or seller. These are a luncheon or a salad or a dessert plate. They're about 7.5 inches. And you can mix and match these with some beautiful china. Can you see a beautiful floral china plate with this as a dessert plate on top? Beautiful. And I got all of these for a $5 bid. I'm not kidding you. $5 for 7 of these plates. And I'll try to give you some, I don't know, some advice maybe on how you can get some things cheaper. So I did get all of my plates. I was set for 6 and that 1 extra plate. And then I wanted the teacups. Same thing from a different seller. Look at these gorgeous teacups. And they all came with a saucer. I think it was $11 for 6 saucers, and I can't remember, and 8. I got 8 saucers and 8 teacups. Isn't it beautiful? I love these. What a beautiful luncheon or a tea party, a Mother's Day brunch. Beautiful. So I was tickled to get those too. I did notice, though, that I had to buy them in sets of fours. The teacups with, yeah, 4 teacups, 4 saucers, and then another set of 4 teacups, 4 saucers. Let me get a drink. My mouth gets so dry. And I did notice that the saucers on one of the set of 4 were a little larger. I don't know why. It doesn't bother me because you set them on the table. The teacups are both the same size, but this one is a little larger. And I'm wondering, maybe these are not for teacups. Maybe you could use them as even a bread and butter plate. Whatever you use it, I can guarantee it is going to look gorgeous on your table. All right. Now, I'm going to start showing you some of the serving pieces that I have had. Most of these I have picked up at either thrift store or Goodwill or something. So I have this 2-part relish tray dish. You could use this for berries, for vegetables, for olives, pickles, celery, or just anything, on your table to serve. And I can't remember how much I bought these for, but everything probably that I bought at the Goodwill was probably on the half day thing. That's what I always bought, and probably half off. So I'm gonna say maybe $2 or $3. So that is the divided dish. It's good size, and that is Fostoria. And then I'm gonna show you this pretty little plate. Look how cute that is. See all those little cubes in there? This is a little footed dish. Isn't it pretty? I love it. What do you think? Fostoria? It looks like it. Nope, it's not. And there's a dead giveaway on this. Now, like I say, I love Whitehall too. But if you are out only looking for Fostoria, you need to learn these few little tips on how you can tell the difference. Some things I can't still, but I'm going to give you a reference guide that I'm going to put down in my description box. This lady has a beautiful Fostoria collection, and she has categorized everything. All the pictures are there, and you can use that, to tell, is it Whitehall? Is it Fostoria? The best, probably, page I've seen out on the web on Fostoria. But this is Whitehall. Isn't it gorgeous? And I can tell because of the feet. It has 3 little feet. But look at them. They just look like little pegs on the side. Yeah. Beautiful little dish. Could use that for a little sauce dish or anything. But I want to show you the difference. Now I'm going to have to stretch over here for my Fostoria. Hang on. I wasn't going to show you this one today because I want a special section for centerpieces and things. But I want you to see the feet. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see, but it's a different foot. They call these dog feet, and they're kind of like, down, and then it has the foot that goes out. like little L shapes. You can see it there from the side. See that? That is Fostoria. And this is a beautiful, beautiful centerpiece dish that I bought recently on eBay. I couldn't resist it. In fact, when I saw, I had never seen this. They call this a tricorn, or it's like a three-sided thing. Tricorn, I think that's what they call it. And it is either you can use it as a serving dish, you can use it as a centerpiece dish, a fruit bowl, put it on a buffet table with candles on either side. I had to have this when I saw it. I think it's gorgeous. And I did pay up for this a little bit because I hadn't seen it anywhere and I knew I wouldn't find it at a thrift store. But so I did buy this and it's gorgeous. In fact, I was talking to the lady that sold this to me on eBay, and she said that she had moved to a very small house, and she was trying to gather up a lot of things to sell or get rid of. She was still keeping a lot, but she said this was one of her mother's favorite pieces, and this was a wedding gift to her mother back in 1950. So it's quite old. 1950. I told her that I would be delighted to get it and I would take very good care of it. But I did want to show you the difference between just these little peg legs and the dog feet that actually, come down and then go out like a little L. So that's how you can tell. Now I have a couple more things and then I'm going to have to come back and show you the next round. I don't want the video to get too long. Okay, so here's another serving piece. This is extremely heavy. And I wanted to tell you that you can feel the difference between Fostoria and Whitehall. Fostoria is, here's something outside, I can't explain it. It sounds silly because it's glass, but it's very soft and smooth and almost has a silky feel. It's all fire polished. So this is a 3-part serving dish. Be great for Thanksgiving, for your pickles, your olives. And I think it's gorgeous. And it does. Fostoria has just a real different feel to it. This is quite heavy. All right. Now, I have this little dish here. And isn't it cute? It has a little handle. See a little Fostoria handle. It's really soft. It's, again, the American pattern. And it's just cute. It's like a little square dish. They call this a nappy, and they have it in different shapes. They have triangular, square. I think they even have just round ones. Now, what did I write? This is one of the pieces that Granny Pat sent to me. It is a vintage nappy dish, commonly used as a serving bowl or candy dish. It's a small, shallow serving dish with a single handle used for candy, nuts, condiments, or a decorative trinket box. Would this be pretty? Sitting on your dresser or your end table next to your bed. Put your rings and things in there. think it's beautiful. So that is a nappy dish. Now, let me see if there's anything else I want to show you. I'm going to wait on those. I did want to show you a couple more serving dishes. Now, this looks like Fostoria. And when I had AI look at it, they said it was, but I know this isn't. And I'm going to tell you the reason I know is because these are the same size. This one is about 3 times heavier than this one. And this, I believe, is Whitehall because it doesn't have that smooth feel. The edges are like pointed. And they say you can also tell by the number of molds in a dish. Like Fostoria is, let's see, 2 molds, and Whitehall's 3 molds. So, but I believe that this is Whitehall. I still love it. I'll still use it. But it is half the weight of that one. So I know that this is Whitehall. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it quits because I'm going to get this video too long. So I will have another video coming up soon. It's going to be part 2. And I will give you my little tips on how to bid successfully on eBay. So stay tuned for that. All right, you guys. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.